Hello everybody and welcome back to All That Jess. How are you doing? To the bed. On the 9th of July 2016, myself and Aruã hit our 4-year anniversary together. I really wish that Aruã could be here beside me recording this video today, but the truth is he can't because he's not even in the country at the moment. And that's a really long story, so I'm going to bring it right back to the beginning. I don't think I've ever really told you guys the story behind me and Aruã and how we met and how we're still together 4 years later. So let me begin. It's not a super duper romantic story. We met at a house party and I thought that he was the most handsome person I had ever seen in my life. The week I met Aruã, I met a bunch of really nice Brazilians, and it was the first time in my life that I had ever met Brazilians. So I had never met a Brazilian before. I'd never spoken to a Brazilian, but as soon as I saw Aruã, I knew it was love at first sight. So when I first met him, he was studying English here in Dublin, and we decided to go on a couple of dates. After 3 weeks, I decided that I wanted him to be my boyfriend. I wanted to be exclusive. I wanted him to be all mine. I pretty much just said it, like, will you be my boyfriend? So he was trapped from the very beginning. As I said, he was studying English here, so he only had a student visa. And from the beginning of our relationship, we knew that it was definitely not going to be easy because, I mean, what were we going to do when his visa was up? We never really thought about it. We just kind of jumped into the relationship and we said, you know what, we'll just go with the flow. We will go with the flow and see what happens. So a few months later, when he was finished studying and his visa was up, he had to go home to Brazil. I will never forget that day when I brought him to the airport and I was just crying my eyes out because I had no idea what was going to happen. We were still in a relationship. We really wanted to be together, but we had no idea how it was going to work. So he went back to Brazil. I stayed in Ireland. Pretty much the day he went back to Brazil, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna quit college. I was in the middle of my degree and I knew it wasn't where I wanted to be. I wasn't enjoying my college course. I really wanted to go traveling. So it was kind of the perfect opportunity. Then and there, I decided that I was gonna book my flights, pack my bags, and I was gonna go to Brazil. So 1 month after he left, I decided I would follow him and I arrived in Rio de Janeiro. Cutting a long story very short, I ended up staying in Brazil for 6 months, having the time of my life, but then we faced the same decision all over again. I could only stay in Brazil for 6 months on a tourist visa and it was time for me to go home. So it kind of felt like we were back where we were 6 months beforehand, where Aruã's visa was up. So we sat down, we talked about it, we tried to figure out what we could do, and Aruã ended up getting a job over in Ireland which would sponsor him to stay here. So I came back to Ireland and then he followed me back. And this is where we have been living for the past 3 years. Now, to be honest, I've kind of made that story sound like it was so easy and it was so perfect and oh my god, everything just worked out. But that is not the case at all. The past 4 years have been so hard and so difficult, but so worth it. As I said, Aruã came over here on a student visa and now he is currently on a working visa. But as you can see, he's not here right now. He's not with me for our 4-year anniversary. He's in Brazil. Basically, there was some complications with the visa process. Things got mixed up. Things took longer than we had thought they would, and he had to go back to Brazil. And we're currently I'm sorry. Okay, don't cry, don't cry. We're currently waiting for the visa process to go through again, and we're waiting to hear if he's gonna get the visa again. So keep your fingers crossed. He was supposed to go back to Brazil for 3 weeks, and then he was supposed to be back in time for our 4-year anniversary. But it didn't work out the way we had hoped. So he has to stay in Brazil for a little bit longer. Myself and Aruã seem to do a really good job of making it seem like everything is perfect and our lives are so easy and nothing ever goes wrong. That's not the case at all. Every single time the visa process comes back up again and we have to apply again, it's so stressful and so hard. And I honestly believe that being in a relationship with somebody, with anybody, is tough enough as it is. Love can be hard sometimes. Being in an international relationship brings it up to the next level. But if you can make an international relationship work, it just proves how much you love that person, and it proves how much you should definitely be together. It is really, really challenging to be in an international relationship with somebody, but it is really, really rewarding as well. And it shows how strong your relationship is with somebody. I've spoken to a lot of Brazilians who wanted to come to Ireland and find a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and it all seems so romantic, and it is, it really, really is, but you need to be so brave and so courageous, so trusting, so trustworthy. There are so many elements to being in an international relationship, but I would not change it for the world. It has been 4 years of pure madness in our relationship. 4 years of trying so hard to make it work. And that's the amazing thing, is that we have made it work for 4 years. Like, I actually feel so proud of that. Aruã, if you're watching this, high five, like, we are good. I want you guys to know that being in an international relationship, as romantic as it sounds and as easy as it may look, it is one of the most difficult things you will ever go through, but it's also one of the most amazing things you'll ever go through. If you really want it and you really love somebody, you will find that courage and that bravery to do whatever it takes to be together, no matter what. You're gonna have to make some pretty big decisions very, very quickly, because you need to know, is this relationship serious? Is it real enough that you want to make many sacrifices in your life for this person? In my relationship with Aruã, like, we have made a lot of sacrifices, and one of the main ones is that Aruã has spent the past 3 years of his life away from his family, and I know that that's the hardest thing in the world for him, but he is willing to live abroad in order to be with me, and that's like one of the biggest sacrifices ever, and we're only like 24, 25 years of age. Like, this video just turned into one big crazy ramble. I don't even know what I've talked about for the past like 15 minutes. Oh my god. Like, I started this video saying I'm gonna talk to people about the truth about being in an international relationship. I've got all my bullet points written down, and then, to be honest, it kind of just turned into a counselling session where I just need to get a whole load of shit off of my chest and just talk to you guys about it. So thank you for listening. It's funny, like, sometimes I don't really know who to talk to about these things, but I always have all of you guys there that I can talk to. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. I'm gonna bring it to a close. Whew. What I'm trying to say is that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Thanks for listening to me, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I actually feel better. I feel better already just talking to you guys about it. I'm hoping that in the next video I will be with the love of my life in Lisbon. So I think I might do a Q&A video. If you guys want to know anything else about our relationship or how we make it work or what our plans are, let me know in the comments down below. Myself and Aruã will sit down together hopefully and we can answer all of your questions. So please leave a question in the comments down below. Guys, thank you so much again. I really needed to get that off my chest. I will see you again very, very soon. I love you guys. Ciao. Hey Aruã, you can come home now.